Okay, so we got tons of news for Project Outcome today, which I would like to cover out for all of you. And there's just some really crazy news. This game is honestly being jam-packed right now. And if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below what do you think. We're trying to reach 50,000 subscribers by May. And thank you all so much. We hit 10,000 subscribers, everybody. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the support, each and every one of you. This has been an amazing journey, and this is my 100th video on the channel also. So thank you all so much. Actually, KabarMani456 also congratulated me. Big thank you to you, Kobe. Honestly, you're my childhood hero, and if it wasn't for KabarMani456, my original video in this channel would have never been a thing. I really did start this channel in inspiration to him, so thank you all so much. And now, let's get into it. So starting with the main thing that I want to quickly revisit was the character roadmap, which I have revealed with Kaito and Captain DOG on my Project Outcome Direct, which you guys can actually check that out if you want. But I want to revisit this. So this is the current roster that we do have up until version 3. But now we also have the map roadmap, which I'd like to reveal to you all today. And this right here is the map roadmap. So we could see the on-release maps would be Green Hill, You Can't Run, Angel Island, X's Castle, Mystic Cave, and Not Perfect. And version 2 gives us Mirage Saloon. And version 3 gives us Majin Forest and Kind and Fair, which would be releasing alongside Lord X. And like it was confirmed in the Direct, there would be a lot of differences in the stages. Like you could see out this clip from the Direct what Captain DOG told us. So please take a look.
There are, on release, going to be 6 maps. As Kaito said, that will include Not Perfect, but I'll list off the specific maps right now. Those will be Angel Island, Green Hill Zone, Mystic Cave, Not Perfect, X's Castle, and You Can't Run. Most of the maps, I believe, are being made from the ground up, as we didn't want to have any possible conflictions with permissions issues. So you can expect that all of the maps are going to have something new to them, despite the fact that they're all returning maps. So keep an eye out for what differences there are.
All right. And another big question, because based on my interview with Snipe, we didn't know about this one mystery map. So I want to know, is that mystery map still a thing? If it is, then what's the current update for the mystery map?
So if I can take this question, Kaito, I don't know. All right. Yeah, this is going to be Kind and Fair. Kind and Fair is going to be releasing alongside Lord X. And when Snipe was teasing this mystery map, she was specifically talking about Kind and Fair's proposed mechanic, where Kind and Fair will have a blackout mechanic. During the blackout, killers will get a speed boost and will get a permanent highlight on all survivors, while survivors are blinded due to the darkness, having only their emissive eyes visible, and they will have a proximity glow around the killer once the killer enters a certain amount of studs within them. So when this happens in the round, it'll be a random moment in the round, but it pauses the timer, and if the ring is open, it closes the ring. That was the proposed mechanic for this map.
And yeah, that's basically the explanation for the stages as well as Kind and Fair's hazards. And of course, another big thing that I do also want to say is the fact that we also did hear in the Direct that there would be some city stage, like an urban city stage in plan, like some noir style, because when you have the chaotics, they're detectives, and you would have that style of a stage that is in consideration, of course. So even that's another bonus for a stage I would like to mention. And even another consideration for a stage being Act 9, which would make a lot of sense, of course. That is definitely a stage that, of course, it's a big part for Sonic.exe, so it definitely makes sense if we get Act 9. And we did get some reveals back in the Project Outcome Direct for some cosmetics. like how you have Yuji Sonic and Fleetway Sukuna, as well as Toji Colossus, as well as this Amy costume, as well as fused Zamasu, which is a very interesting costume for Colossus. And now we did have some new reveals for more cosmetics, which of course these are not finalized, these are in plan of course. And of course I'm revealing them right now. So if you guys really love them, then make sure to support Project Outcome and we can have everything become a reality. So we have Mel Sonic doing a Doctor Doom cosplay, as well as Furnace doing an Ultron cosplay. And this is amazing, of course, right? Like, this is really cool. My brother's actually a big fan of Marvel, specifically Doctor Doom. And on top of that, one of his favorite characters being Metal Sonic. So yeah, there's a lot of people that really like this. And honestly, it's really cool. Definitely, so far, this would be my favorite batch of skins. And next up, we have Rebel Surge, which is a very, very interesting costume. I really like the pick. As well as we have Mephiles Shadow, which honestly, this is one of the best, if not the best skin for Shadow so far that I've seen, as well as Terios Shadow. And we have a Coffee Beans Shadow costume, where it's like, don't talk to me, #1 ultimate life form. And, he's in a robe and there's coffee beans in his hair and everything. And it's a pretty interesting and funny costume, of course. And then we got Burrito Tutorial Silver, which he has a tortilla in his head, as well as Flaming Cat, which is a Blaze costume. And Blaze has a poncho and it's like all based off of hot sauce, of course. And next up, we have a Shadow costume, which Shadow is doing a Joker from Persona 5 cosplay, which honestly looks really cool. This is honestly one of the top skins also. I really like it, and it really actually suits Shadow. I actually didn't think of it, and it actually really suits Shadow. And next up, we got a Sonic and Cream costume, being You Are What You Eat, a Chili Dog costume for Sonic, as well as a Milk Ice Cream costume for Cream. And it says cheesecake over there. And of course, Cream is dressed up as a ice cream, and Cheese is a cheesecake. And next up for Eggman, we have a really cool costume, which is Taro Sakamoto. Which honestly, this is a really cool costume, a really cool pick. And another costume for Sonic, which is Nagumo Yoichi, which yet again, really cool, and I really like the picks that they're choosing so far. These are honestly really cool costumes. And Silver has a Shin Asakura costume, which yet again, really cool. It somehow suits Silver, which that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we got KR-01 Sonic, which I assume is based off of Kamen Rider 01, correct me if I'm wrong. And also, we did have some small gameplay showcase for Tales by Doobie, so please take a look. Of course, that looked awesome. They're doing amazing work. Doobie is doing amazing work, of course. And next up, we actually have a small tease for Tricky the Clown Fleetway Supersonic's Terror Radius, so please take a look. Of course, that was awesome, and actually I want to show you all the current model reveal that we had for Shadow the Hedgehog. And here's the model. Of course, it looks amazing, and I can't wait to see how it would look in game, the final look of it. But so far, this is amazing. And Ian, we actually have a look for Colossus's animations, and yet again, this is a placeholder model for Colossus, so Colossus would be getting a remodel. So please take a look. Of course, that was awesome. And we actually have another image over here. You could see it's kind of like the void. You could see the white portal type of thingies at the side, and it's all red. And then you have like a red orb style with an island inside of it, with of course seemingly a palm tree. And based on what this is, This is some map tease, which I actually don't really have much of a clue. This could just be a tease and on base Angel Island, maybe something like that. But what we could see is that either it could be one or two things. It could be a new map tease, or if it's something like Angel Island or something we already have, then it's probably just a tease, as in these are how we're going to be seeing the upcoming maps. We're going to see it through this sort of format. Who knows, maybe. Or maybe it could just be some sort of style that this is how, like I said before, how a map would be introduced. Maybe it's some sort of beginning opening cutscene or animation or something like that. Who knows? Similar to how we're gonna have solo windscreens, like this Sonic windscreen you could see over here. So of course there's a lot of quality when it comes to having small cutscenes and everything in match events, and it's very well possible that this could be something like that, or it could just be a tease to a whole new map, but I really can't point out what it could be. But yeah, that's basically it for today, everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you think. We have officially reached the goal for 10,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much yet again. And we're trying to reach 15,000 subscribers for the next giveaway. I have just decided that instead of 20, I actually want to do it at 15. So let's try reaching 15,000 subscribers, everybody, for the next giveaway, and 50,000 subscribers by May. So we could do a tons more on this channel. We could grow this to be the big Sonic ASIM channel on YouTube. That is honestly my goal. Thank you all so much for the love and support. I know we could reach the goal, everyone. Yet again, thank you all so much for the support. And until next time, everybody, see y'all.